Is this the most epic war story in the Bible? There once was a man named Gideon, and Gideon was getting ready to attack an enemy called the Midianites. Now before he could attack, God told him to do something very strange. He told him to lower the size of his army. So what he did is he said, whoever is fearful and trembling in his army, that they should go home. So Gideon was only left with 10,000 men, and so then God told Gideon to send his men down to get a drink of water. While they were drinking water, 300 of the men lapped water like they were dogs. Those men were actually chosen to be his army. The rest of them were sent home. So Gideon was only left with 300 men to go attack the Midianite army. That night, God encouraged Gideon to go spy in the Midianite camp, where he overheard a soldier recounting a dream that foretold Gideon's victory. Strengthened by this, Gideon returned to his men, organized them into 3 groups, and equipped them with trumpets and jars containing torches. At the beginning of the middle watch, Gideon and his men executed a surprise attack, blowing trumpets and breaking jars and causing confusion among the Midianites. The enemy then turned on each other and fled. Gideon then teamed up with some other tribes of Israel to pursue the enemy and overthrew 2 key locations of the Midianites.
Battle of the Champions. In 546 BCE, Sparta and Argos fought in the Battle of the Champions to resolve a territorial dispute. Each side selected 300 elite soldiers to engage in combat, intending for this smaller-scale battle to determine the outcome without a full-scale war. The confrontation resulted in heavy casualties for both sides and ended inconclusively, with no clear victor. This unique approach to warfare highlighted the intense rivalry between Sparta and Argos and the lengths to which Greek city-states would go to resolve conflicts and assert dominance.
In 480 BC, King Leonidas and 300 Spartans took a stand against the Persian Empire at Thermopylae. They were outnumbered, just 300 against thousands of Persian soldiers led by King Xerxes. For 3 days, Leonidas and his men held off the Persians, using the narrow pass to their advantage. But then, a Greek traitor showed the Persians a hidden path, allowing them to surround the Spartans. Knowing they couldn't win, Leonidas and his men chose to fight to the death rather than surrender. Their sacrifice gave other Greek forces time to prepare, ultimately leading to Persia's defeat. The Spartans may have fallen, but they became less.
No man, Persian or Greek, no man threatens a messenger. Bring the crowns and heads of conquered kings to my city steps. You insult my queen. You threaten my people with slavery and death. Oh, I've chosen my words carefully, Persian. Perhaps you should have done the same.
Why are the Brits the best? Which they are.
Are we really?
Now, we haven't got the most money, so we don't have the best kit. People aren't going to like this one, but we've been scrapping for 1,000 years-ish. Every time it's f***ed up, they've got the f***ing presence of mind to look at what's gone wrong and rewrite doctrine, rewrite tactic, rewrite standard operating procedures. Where we train is f***ing horrible. It's easier training in the arms. It's muddy, it's disgusting, it's uncomfortable. It's a big shock when you first join up as a young recruit. It was for me as a 16-year-old recruit, and it's f***ing miserable. And you get into your sleeping bag and it's piss wet through. Your fingers are falling apart. You're digging a shell scrape and sleeping and it's full of water. Because of those things combined, you create hard fighting forces.
Normally in a gunship, we would provide cover, but when the combat situation was so severe, the what we call slicks. And what a slick is, it's the same helicopter, but it's not armed. And the reason they didn't arm it is you can, if you don't have that ordnance on there, you can get one more wounded person out of there. And when you're talking about bringing out 4 versus 3, and you're that 4th person, so that's why they were slicks, like you're watching now.
Did you know that Jewish mystical texts, such as the Zohar, describe powerful angels who guard the entrance to the Garden of Eden? These angelic beings, often linked with the cherubim, are said to wield flaming swords, preventing humanity from returning to paradise until the final redemption. This imagery expands on the biblical account in Genesis and highlights the enduring protection of Eden.
I've got no choice to go on the offensive. I grind, I work, I get it. Success is the only objective. I've only got one life. This is the way I live mine. I wonder when I survive. A king, a giant, that's fighting stronger than thunder, faster than lightning. I'm ready for anything. Wars, fight, challenges. Bring them on. I knock them all down. One by one, I'll be the last one standing when the sun comes. Years facing all my fears. Years battling my demons. Years taking over territory. Years destroying all